Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Meso back again for, as promised, discussion of the 2013 Hero Factory sets that I uncovered late last night on some obscure shop site. What else is new? Joining me today to talk about them is good old Eljay, Toa of
Oh,
Mangosteen.
I'm on TV!
No, you're
Oh,
not.
dang it, so close.
Yeah, he was here when we covered the Ninjago sets for 1 year, of which I forget at the moment. But I did one
Um,
Ninjago coverage one time.
hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't remember which year that was.
yeah. But this is the first time he's joining me for a Hero Factory discussion that we released to the public. He's been here for many discussions on Skype. So yeah.
I've always been here, in the background, listening, waiting.
Yes.
I mean, let's continue.
Okay. We'll talk about these dudes in alphabetical order, because that's fun.
Why would you?
Because that's who they are in my gallery, and I don't feel like skipping around.
Yeah, I should have seen that one coming.
So, first off, we have Breez. This set isn't bad per se, but yeah, it's not Breeze.
Yeah, you see, you think of Breeze and you think, oh, it's the green one. Breeze like the wind. And then you think how awful she was butchered in 2.0 stage. Well, you're gonna think that the 2. You're gonna want the 2.0 one back because at least it was green.
Yeah, I have a couple problems with this set. Most notably being Eljay. You should pull up a picture of Breakout Breeze real quick and compare the two. Just do it.
I have it in my mind.
No, you don't.
Okay, fine.
There's a
Gosh.
picture in my gallery.
Yeah, there's a picture of everything Hero Factor in your gallery.
Yes,
Gosh, Messa.
I'll link it.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Breeze. This was the best iteration of Breeze.
It really
Breeze
was.
2012. Honestly, I'm saying that Breeze 2013 is the worst iteration.
I am inclined to agree. I don't mind this thing as a set. I mean, that weapon's pretty cool. The saw blade shield is pretty interesting when you actually look at all the other heroes' shields, how they pulled this one off. Um, the colors are my biggest gripe, both on how they look on the actual set and on how they look as the Breeze character. We've got the silver torso, accented with metro green, lime, and the obnoxious white hero core, which remains from Breakout. We've got the what the heck is that thing? A staff?
It's a bow.
Oh really? Well, after Rocka's good bow, I wouldn't know. That doesn't really look like a
Well,
bow.
if you're looking for a comparison between a good bow and a bad bow, just look at Furno 3.0.
Fair point. So anyway, we have the brown on the bow and then the silver brown for no reason. Then we go to the legs, and these legs are okay. On the Hero Factory sets, I've always actually looked at the leg design above the arm design for some reason, just because it seems like there's a lot of ways you can arrange armor on the legs to make them stand out and look unique and different. This is not well. This does look unique. It looks different. It looks kind of bad. The
Kinda.
the four the four linked shells on the upper legs should not be like oriented that particular way. They should be flipped IMO if they're gonna be there at all, and then swap out the ones on the lower legs for a different piece entirely, or just give her shorter legs. Because as it stands, that looks pretty bad with the longer leg piece, and then that not barely even covering it up well enough.
What needs to be done here, if you look at the shoulders, the lime parts on the shoulders, you need to take those, put them on the legs, take what's on the lower legs, take what is on the lower legs, and then put them on the arms.
The things on the arms, they all what size are those? I find it difficult to tell.
Those are the larger ones that were on that
You
one guy.
sure?
That one guy, Split Face.
You
They were on
positive?
his Yeah, I'm positive.
I'm not so sure. Look at where the armor piece, you can see the end of it. As it, like, but in between the hand and that armor piece.
It seems longer than it.
So basically what's visible, yeah, that's the same as on the legs.
Oh, Karzani.
There goes your plan. But
Yeah,
I
well,
wish it was true.
Yeah, I don't care either way because this is a bad set in my eyes. So
I care because it'd be an easy fix. Now I can't even say that. This is not easily fixable.
nope.
But
Well,
and then real quick, another color problem. That helmet. All the heroes in this wave have their like a modified version of their old helmet with like a interesting visor thing on top. Why is Breeze's old helmet silver?
see, I said something interesting when we were talking about this briefly last night when you found these. The comment I made was that this is the Liwa Fantoka of Hero Factory, where the primary color is accented in the this version. Because
Yeah.
on Liwa Fantoka, he was gray and then lime. Wait, no, that was Kangumari. Either way, you get the point. It's
Yes.
gray, then green. This is the exact same way.
Yes. Final note, what's up with the random transparent green? Like, not that I'm minding, that's a cool color, and I'm glad to have that color added to the palette. Why is it here? It's one too many colors, IMO. Same with the Metro Green on the chest.
Why is that there?
That's a better question.
And speaking of the chest armor and the Metro Green thingamabobs, how the Karzani is this going to look without those? Is it going to look awkward? Is it going to look
Probably.
fine?
Probably
That's a concern.
probably awkward because they're designing it for you to actually put those there and then have different accentuating colors on the chest plate.
Ugh,
Huh.
stupid Lego.
I have a bunch of those Exoforce arms though in various different colors that I really have
Of
never
course
found a
you do.
use
No.
for, so maybe I can get a use out of them now. I don't know.
Yeah, I've had a use out of them making fingers for Bionicle MOCs.
So anyway, yeah, it's Breeze.
Is it?
Yeah,
Are we sure?
just look at the
Maybe the brains have already taken her over.
Just look at the packaging, LJ, which I guess I should mention. It's breakout bags with a Hero Factory Brain Attack logo.
So do you really trust the bags? After what Lego did to the end of Exoforce, do you trust Lego?
No, I don't trust Lego, but
Yeah,
for
that's what I thought.
reasons.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's what I thought.
let's move on to Bruizer, the next set in alphabetical. This guy
This
is
guy.
pretty interesting, actually. If this was any other set, I'd be hating him for his blatant asymmetricality. I mean, that chest armor and those upper legs. That's as glaring as it gets.
You know, I applaud this guy for a consistent color scheme. And then I point out the fact that he's basically a construction version of the rock monsters from Power Miners.
Yep. I don't know. I find myself liking this guy for some reason, though I'm probably going to end up making some tweaks. I kind of don't want to remove his asymmetricality because I think that works for him. But I think I may remove it on the upper legs. That's like too glaring. The torso I can give him a pass. The arms I can give him a pass. Not the legs. That's like terrible.
You know, you watch on this other leg. But both the legs are completely different. The lower armor is going to be. There actually isn't any lower armor, which is why that club arm is hiding his lower leg.
That would be the worst.
Nah, I'd laugh.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Yeah, I would, because you would hate it.
I really would. Still, that head mold's cool. I think this guy has the best head mold out of the villains.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
textured. It looks fitting for his
It's,
character.
it's Rocky.
Yeah, it's Rocky, and then that brain slug. I need a name for these things. But this one's a nice neutral orange, transparent orange color.
Well, considering this guy's probably a bad guy and he's wearing orange, I don't think it's neutral.
Wow.
Besides, wait a sec. Okay, last night I also said he should have been in the breakout wave. Makes more sense since he has orange in his color scheme. He was in jail. He's wearing orange.
We're done here.
Okay.
So that's Bruiser. One more thing I want to point out is the fact that he has a new accessory piece, a Rocky accessory piece covering his arms that clips onto armor. More of those are always welcome. When I looked at it, first thing I thought of was breakout stringers, speaker shoulders, except the Rocky pattern instead of
First thing,
speakers.
first thing I thought of was Stronius.
Yeah, me too. In fact, when I first looked at this guy, I thought he was reusing those pieces for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
it's Bruiser. He's pretty good overall.
yeah. And now to the one that he's apparently going to fight, unless I'm completely wrong, and I just think it would be fitting.
Oh no, you can tell who they're gonna fight if you look at the set numbers, which I guess I should queue up. I'll like talk about it at the end of our discussion here. I'll get those all prepared. But yeah, Bulk. He's
Not bulky.
no, but think about it like this: the only set of his that ever really was bulky in the first place was Breakout Bulk.
Yeah, but you know, if they aren't gonna make him bulky and then name him Bulk, just name him um uh, Toothpick, cause he doesn't look bulky at all.
Yeah, he really doesn't, does he?
No. And what's with the drill?
It's his weapon.
It's a bad weapon.
Wonder if it has a function.
Don't get me
Cause
started.
look at that bit of technique behind it. I wonder if you're supposed to grab that and spin it, and it'll spin.
Okay, and they replaced gears with this.
Yeah.
It's like that flipping switch on Voltix's back. You just flip it up and flip it down. That you call that its greatest function.
It really is. It's
It's
Voltex's
replaced
voltage
gears.
booster switch is better than Gears, and
Oh my!
anyone who disagrees is a Bionicle fanboy that's very short-sighted.
Oh no! You know
I
what?
sincerely
No!
apologize to all the people I definitely offended with that remark.
Yeah, and they're gonna find you.
So yes.
And yeah,
Overall, though, I do like this guy because he keeps a consistent color scheme. And I'm curious to see if that's transparent orange, which I think it is.
it is.
Mm.
It definitely is. You can see it.
Then in that case, hooray for a new piece in that size. But at the same time, sad face because the orange hand is kind of out of place. The other orange isn't flat orange.
At least they
Which,
keep
why does
that
he have an orange?
consistent.
Why does he have an orange hand exactly?
Yes.
But yeah,
I
like
don't know.
at the very least, at least this guy's like, well, look at his leg design. It's completely inverted from how Breeze had it. Like they flipped it completely. Why couldn't they have done that for Breeze's legs?
Because
Like, okay, look at the silver feet. Picture those are Breeze's legs, and then invert that, and like that makes Breeze look a lot better.
yeah,
But anyway,
it's the brains missile. The brain slugs took over Lego employees.
wow. Still though, I like his new helmet. Um, like you can see how the helmet's gonna kind of look underneath. Good old bulk.
Yeah. His looks like it's an angry football player with a pointy nose.
So anyway, next set.
Okay, yes, and this is my favorite out of this entire set of pictures.
I will agree, actually, and I never thought I'd be saying that about a Furno set.
Yeah, me neither.
This is like such a shock. Everything I know is a lie. Because I've pretty much just let's be honest here. When was the last time Furno had a good set? Let's be completely honest.
Well, that was that one. Well, then there was the Furno bike.
Yeah, that was a good set. A good set for display.
A good set for the bike. Furno, no.
Yeah, it's like the actual
Furno's never had a
Furno
good
on
set.
that bike. The original Furno is probably his best iteration thus far.
That's sad but true.
Because
Until
his
this.
weapon was pretty unique. He got a good aura about him. Then the 2.0 goggle head came along, and the Furno bike in between. But the actual Furno on that set was pretty mediocre because it was
Oh
designed
no.
specifically for the bike. Then we had Furno 3.0 with his lack of upper leg armor and like hawk-like appearance. That set wasn't too bad, but it didn't really yeah, didn't really stand up well next to the rest of the animal heroes. And then we had Furno Breakout with his terrible color scheme and underwater themed approach.
Yeah. And then we have this hulking titan with a cape and a mask and an awesome fire sword and a shield with no axles.
Wow. It obviously has axles because look at how it's connected.
It's connected at the
Middle? Yeah.
end point of the hand.
Yeah.
But that's not axle, it's a pin.
Well.
It's a pin connecting shield. It doesn't have any axle rods.
Wait a sec. What do you mean by pin? Do you mean the
Look in
circular
the
one?
look in the center of the H.
Yeah, I see they have the handpiece, which then has the built-in axles to the shield, which connect. Wait a
No,
sec.
that's too small. Two axles can't connect like that
What?
unless they're modified.
What the heck? What is this? If I didn't know better, I'd say they're making a new handpiece mold that pins can fit through.
Nope.
So you mean it's gonna like swivel around? Is that what you're telling me?
Now, here's the thing. You see that?
analyze the shield later. You say your piece, but I'm done. I'm just like messing with my mind.
Oh, but the you see those like the Ninjago things
Yeah.
on his sword?
Yes.
You know how those connect?
Yes, I know how those connect.
Those connect how that shield connects to the very tip.
Are you joking? I see what you mean now. That's pretty interesting, actually. Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
devastating for a lot of people.
Not really. That's an interesting way of connection.
Yeah, other than that, the shield looks great. The sword is really cool.
I love the way they did that sword.
Yeah.
Kind of copped out on the hilt, but what can you do?
Yeah, and then the whole structure looks great, but the chest armor has a little bit of bugs.
Okay, so out of all this, the chest armor is what concerns me the most. Like, people hate the legs, and I understand why. 3 out of 4. Oh wow, wait a second. I'm having like a realization here. I need to
An
convince.
epiphany.
All 4 heroes in this wave have silver feet. So anyway, aside from that,
Space sneakers.
yeah, all of them. Like I can get why some people may not like the legs. It's the Stormer XL construction, but without the gaps and without the awkward-looking feet. But
It's just boring.
yeah, I don't really mind the leg design though. To be completely honest, the arms I don't mind them either. The weapons are great. The only thing on the arms that concerns me is the upper shoulder armor, the mace
Yeah.
piece. The torso is really where I begin to look at this set and I'm like, okay, this may be flawed in some aspects.
Lego never had problems with Bionicle Titans. Sure, there were a couple of bad eggs, like okay, I can't think of any right now.
Umbra.
But
No.
yeah, there you go. I like Umbra. But it seems like they can't really get it right on any Titans nowadays.
Yeah. Like, okay. To break down the problems of his torso. First of all, he's using the larger Titan torso, obviously, because he's a Titan.
Really.
Yes. Look closely, and you'll see that the torso armor does not fully cover the torso.
Yep.
It's too small. So right off the bat, he would have been good using the smaller torso, and he would still keep his stature.
But Meso, the proportions are gonna be off, and it's gonna look awkward.
I don't really care, to be quite honest. I've never been one of those people that really craves realistic proportions in Lego sets, especially if it
Yeah.
ruins the look of the model just trying to achieve that.
Yep, which is why I did not have a strong opinion against Kangumari.
Well, I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, well,
the
Meso.
Kordak blasters didn't help. His
Well,
posture.
Meso, sometimes a Toa's gotta do what a Toa's gotta do, and if that's exploding things with overkill rocket launchers, then it's exploding things with overkill rocket launchers.
Secondly, look at the transparent orange armor on the side of his torso and how that's attached. And you can see how gappy that is under there.
It's hanging off like decoration. That's
Yes.
right. All the transparent armor in this wave are actually pumpkins.
Wow, just
It's Halloween. It's pumpkin armor. It's new technology. The brains, they don't like pumpkins, which is why they never really like pumpkin pie or anything. Okay, anyway,
and
go
then
on.
finally, because they ditched the Stormer XL chest plate and they had to come up with this new system of giving him the extra shoulder armor. Like, it's looking to me like, okay, obviously those armor pieces that make up his torso armor have to be attached somehow. How were his arms connected if the shoulder joints are being used up by those?
Well, actually, look over at the end of the one on the far right. You're right. You can actually see where one of the arms connects to the ball joint. His shoulders are wide.
Yeah, so obviously he's either using the Stormer XL torso design, just without the Stormer XL torso armor, or they've got some new configuration to give him wide shoulders.
Or he's a hockey player.
That too.
Or Kangumari.
Still though, if I had to pick a favorite set out of this wave, it'd probably be him. But he has a lot of problems, and I'm curious to see. Like, it's my presumption these pictures are finalized because they don't have confidentiality markings. I could be wrong; these could still be prototypes, but that'd be unprecedented. That would be unprecedented if that would be the case. I guess we'll see when they actually go on sale and when people actually get their hands on him. But yeah. Another interesting thing to note about him is that he comes in a bag despite being a Titan, so they've officially ditched boxes completely.
Rest in peace, boxes.
We knew you will.
2000. Wait, no, not even 2000. A long time ago now.
Yes. Alright,
Anyway,
moving on to the next set, we have Ogrum. This guy was one I was very interested in seeing just because of the name. Is that
yeah,
so absurd? Now, actually seeing
definitely,
him, the actual set is very absurd.
definitely my favorite of the villains.
Yeah,
Nah,
he has a very interesting look to him, but really it's the colors that sell the set for me.
yeah, the colors and the colors. Yeah,
That is Metro Green,
matte
isn't
green.
it? Is it Mono Green? Metro?
Difficult to tell at this point. CGI really messes with your mind, so it really can go both ways. But I'm gonna put my money on Metro Green.
Yes, and that is still very welcome.
Yeah, because we haven't had a dark green since Bionicle. The end of Bionicle.
2007, wasn't it?
That what? Meso.
Gresh. I'm forgetting.
Gresh Stars.
And Gresh Stars, yeah. I was saying Gresh Clitorian. For some reason, I was thinking the last Metro Green set we got was Kongumari. Wow. It's because you mentioned him earlier. That's the only Bionicle set that was on my mind. So I was like, oh, when was the last time we got Metro Green? Kongumari. Forget that. I'm dumb. Let's move on. So,
Yeah.
Return of Brown, triumphant return of Brown in a very surprising manner.
Yeah.
Three pieces used, but two of each. And it's the paw piece, Paraka feet, and then the good old tentacle thing that was used on the Paraka minifigures at one point.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, very, very quickly, um, completely different from the brown. I just realized this guy's perfectly symmetrical if you don't count his weaponry, including those finger things.
Yeah. Him and Scarox are perfectly symmetrical, whereas Pyrox and Bruizer are not.
Yeah.
Bunch of interesting recolors on this dude, though.
Oh, yes,
And the
a
actual
lot.
set manages to have a cohesive look to it, too.
Which is a rarity in this wave, apparently.
I disagree with him. His hand, his right hand having 3 fingers when it's a 4-fingered hand. But I'll live with it.
Maybe he was in a candle making accident.
Yes.
You know, he's making a candle, and then you see that club on his arm. He was his children, because he has a family. His children were using that as a what's that ball? It's on a rope that's attached to a pole. It's in the ground.
Tetherball.
Yeah, they're using it as a tether ball, and it hit his work table and lopped off one of his fingers in a horrible wax accident.
You're a very interesting person.
It's plausible.
But yes, I quite enjoy this guy.
He's my favorite villain, that's for sure.
Yes, and then his brain slug is transparent lime green.
Cohesive colors. Cohesive build. What more could you ask for?
A lot. And that brings us to the next set, Pyrox.
Ah, this is where Lego. Lego's done a lot of risky things over the years. They canceled Bionicle. They brought in Hero Factory. They signed a contract with Cartoon Network for Ben 10. Or was that Hasbro? But this has to be the worst of it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Lego has introduced the devil to Hero Factory. That's right.
This guy isn't
It's
the devil, he's Pyrox.
He has blood dripping from his chin. He's red, and he has giant spikes, and he has his claw. It's the devil.
The horns.
The
Clawed
horns.
hand.
It's the devil.
Well, then I guess that makes me a terrible person, because this guy's my favorite villain.
Oh, my Matt Newey mess. You are a terrible... How could you do that? Oh,
Not for that reason, obviously. Well, look at the actual construction of this set. Okay, we have Metro Red. First time in who knows how many years. Oh, wait, I do. 2009.
Very, very good.
And then he has a consistent color scheme.
No, we got it.
Eljay.
We've seen it after 2009. We saw it on Explode.
You know, that set always gets me because it had so little Metro Red pieces, but yet they're still there. Okay, so I'm wrong twice. Fun. Anyway, Metro Red makes its triumphant return for the first time since 2010. Cohesive color scheme. Black, transparent reddish, red. And then it's dark red. The only thing in this dude that messes up the color scheme is the brain slug. Why on earth they didn't give him Bruiser's brain slug to keep the orange thing going boggles the mind. But yeah.
You see, that's the slugs are actually angels, and they're trying to combat the devil by latching onto the back of his head.
Wow. And then he has a black version of the Speed a Demon motorcycle Stormer XL drone piece. I know it is because it's angular, like that piece is.
I
I know.
wouldn't say
I
for certain it
I
is.
put it on torso armor one time. I know how it looks on torso armor. But no, I wouldn't say for certain either, other than there's no other piece released thus far that looks like that. Except for that piece which looks exactly like it. So either it's a new piece which looks exactly like an old one, or it's a recolored old piece.
I'm gonna guess it's a new piece that looks exactly like an old one.
Oh.
That's actually his badge of. You see, in the story, that's his badge of being the devil.
So anyway, that's a
like,
cool weapon he has. It's like a flamethrower, and it has that new piece that's used in Furno XL. And then the legs have more glaring asymmetricality, and then those nice recolored feet.
yeah, that weapon that's used to torture the souls. Okay, anyway,
Overall, it's
yeah.
a pretty great set. Pretty strange, pretty risky. That blood
Oh,
mouth.
risky. The blood. Okay, that. Okay, I just realized he has a nose ring. Just want to point that out right now. Okay, Lego, what are you trying to convey? This is you have gone to dark places, Lego. The end of my article was the bottom of the pit, but what's below the bottom? Lego, is this it? Where are we going in 2013?
We're going back to the Hero Factory for another go round.
Oh, that speaks bad things. My honest opinions of this set, though, is really cool. I like those recolors.
Yes.
And those flame pieces are always welcomed. But this is my least favorite villain of this wave, and possibly my least favorite Hero Factory set. Because he's ugly.
So let's see. Let's roll back what you just said. I like this set. The recolors are always welcome. His weapons are pretty cool. I like this set, but he's my least favorite villain out of this wave and possibly all of Hero Factory. You're a bigger Hero Factory fan than I thought. If this is your least favorite set, and everything else is better than this guy, including Surge Breakout,
Well, I
and
never
like
said they were
Nitro
better. I just said
Blast, and
I
Fire
never said
Lord, and Rocka XL.
I never said they were better. I just said I didn't. This guy was my least favorite.
Then that
He
means
has a
all.
nose ring.
Then that means all the others are better than your least favorite.
Yes, he has a nose ring and blood dripping from his jaw.
I think that's pretty cool.
Did Sir what? Lego, what are you doing? You have a brain slug attached, don't you? Surge didn't have a nose ring and blood trickling down his
No,
jaw.
but Eljay Surge had a bad color scheme.
Yeah.
Next up we have
We
Rocka.
move on.
Yes, let's move on. Next up we have the final hero, Rocka, and he completes the silver feet group. I don't know.
The only difference with him and everyone else is that silver was a pre-established part of his color scheme.
Really? The only difference between him and anyone else is it's silver.
You see, silver was his feet last year, so it makes sense that he had silver feet this year.
Silver, he's the only one with silver being a pre-established color.
Now, like here, you have Furno. He's red and yellow. You have Breez. We'll go with green and black. You are red. You have Bulk, silver, and orange. This guy
Yes.
was he was gold and silver.
Yes.
So it makes sense he has silver. The others it doesn't really. It's kind of obnoxious with the feet thing.
Except with bulk, because his primary
Okay,
is silver.
yeah.
That's what I was
Good
getting
point.
at with my comment.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes, Bulk and Rocka.
Yes, they're the ones that
going into a Kahi mood right now. I'm speaking like Kahi, thinking like him too, which is very limited.
I wonder, do these sets have back armor? I really want to know.
Meso, don't push your luck.
Yeah. Because well, one thing I do like about all the heroes, like I have my own thoughts on Breez and Bulk. I actually really like Rocka for his color scheme and that sword piece. And the helmet I find to be really cool. The shield is pretty awesome. And then I love his legs, how they did that armoring. These guys are all cheap heroes. They're like $9 US currency.
They are not worth $9.
I think for $9 sets, they're better than the $9 set we've got prior. Even Breez.
Okay, that is a fair point.
Except for Stringer Breakout, I think he's pretty cool. But I mean, look at Nex and Surge and Evo, and then put them up against these guys.
You lose sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, out of all the heroes, this guy's my second favorite. You know, right next to Furno. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But yes, overall, Rocka's pretty cool. So the final set we have today to talk about is Scarox. Personally, this is my least favorite out of the sets revealed for a couple reasons. Not the one I think you're gonna say. I'm gonna let you go first. What are your thoughts on Scarox?
Well, he's not the devil for one. He looks like a bug, and I think that faceplate could be a nice shield. You know, I think he reminds me of a collector from Mass Effect 3.
To an extent, yeah.
Or a bug from one of the movie where they were on this alien planet or something, and they were in these spacesuits, and they were fighting these bugs, and there were cows, and the bugs were sucking the brains out of people's heads. That's what this reminds me of. Like Starfighters. I don't know, but anyway, I don't mind this guy. He's the generic black and somewhat yellow gold villain with multiple arms.
And here we go.
Like Waspix and that
XT4.
other guy we got. Yeah.
I'm glad he does not have one eye, or else I really would be raging, and I would agree with you. But no, he has like 4 eyes.
Okay, what is it with Lego and eyes and these yellowish multiple armed people? The only one who had a consistent 2 normal eyes was Waspix, and Waspix was a bug.
Yes. The only thing though, okay, I look at this guy and I'm instantly reminded of Waspix. I'll be honest. I look at this guy, first thing I think Waspix, and then I actually look closer and I realize he has none of the characteristics that actually made Waspix interesting. Like, he doesn't have the triple jointed legs. He only has like spikes on his lower legs, and they're on the sides. He has no armor on his actual arms, and they're short arms. He does not even have like full arms that articulate. They're rather like only the lower arm, lower leg portion, and they connect directly into armor, and then they have his blades. I almost wonder if he's supposed to like walk on like 6 legs.
He has an arm pack. It's like a jetpack, only instead of lifting you in the air, it sprouts an extra set of arms, which it actually doesn't sprout, they're attached. And, yeah, it's practically useless.
Yeah, like this guy, I'm looking at him, he seems like a less cool version of Waspix. I like the brain slug mold they chose to use. I think he has random unnecessary red on the inside of his torso, and then random unnecessary trans green claws on his head.
Well, Meso.
Okay, this may sound critical of me. I'm looking at this guy. The only positive thing I walk away from after seeing this guy, I think the head's pretty cool, and the golden daggers are appreciated. I was gonna say the gold cladding on his lower legs, but that's in Rocka.
Which one?
Rocka 2013, and only Rocka 2013, because that's a new recolor.
Oh, okay.
Size 4. But yeah, I don't really like this guy, to be completely honest. He's the only villain that does not cost $13, and it shows.
Wow, Meso, that was incredibly mean.
But very true.
Yeah, I know.
And with that, we've covered all the sets. So real quick, before we give our wave opinions, Furno fights Pyrox.
Of course.
Rocka fights Scarox.
Not a surprise.
Bulk fights Bruizer.
Yep.
And Breez versus Ogrum.
Okay, they've done it again. They've gone back. No. Here's okay. before I give my personal interpretations of this, I'm gonna say they've gone back to fighting colors with color. Okay, that sounded wrong. Seriously, I did not intend that. They've gone back to having like the gold guy fights the gold guy, the red one fights the red one, like in the early years of Bionicle. They've gone back to doing that. I've noticed because Breez and Ogrum, they're green.
Yes.
Bruiser and Bulk, they're bland. Furno and Pyrox, they're red. Rocka and Scarox, they're gold. You know, they're doing that.
That's interesting.
No, what's interesting is my interpretation.
And then finally, the price points. Furno XL's $20. All the villains except Scarox are $13, and all the heroes besides Furno are $10 or $9, depending
What's
on
Scarox
pricing.
then?
Depending on pricing.
Okay. Well, honestly, what I get from this wave, Breeze became Robin Hood and is fighting a troll living under the bridge. Bulk has skipped some franchise borders and gone into power miners to fight the rock monsters. The Furno is coming back from his trip to Knight's Kingdom to fight the devil. And Rocka is fighting bugs from space that copy other bugs and animals from former waves. And here we have 2013.
Okay, I think that put things in a new light for me. What the heck?
I honestly, my honest opinion, this is my least favorite wave of Hero Factory since the 2.0s. The 2.0s were better than this in my eyes.
I disagree. I think the 2.0s were, okay, my least favorite wave of HF ever, 1.0. Not because it's bad. I like that wave for certain reasons, because it was the final wave of actual Bionicle-esque sets we got.
Whoa, watch your power.
And it gave a bunch of nice recolors, like the Skrull armor from Explode. That was my least favorite. 2.0 was my second least favorite, not because it was bad. Again, it introduced a new system, but everything since then has been a positive improvement on said system. Breakout's my favorite wave ever. Savage Planet is my second. This is my third. 3 out of 5, because I count Breakout. There were 2 waves in the year. I count it all as one big wave. I can't really differentiate between the two, considering the whole Breeze Thornrax drama. Honestly, those sets actually have potential to push either wave, winter or summer, ahead of one another. If only it was clear what wave those actually were classified under.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I count Breakout as one wave. So though, this wave brings a bunch of interesting recolors, a bunch of interesting character designs, an actual good XL hero. That's a first. Um, Interesting concepts with the brain slugs. I'm waiting to actually see. And then the single most positive thing about all these sets, in my opinion, not a single launcher.
You know, Lego, you've done it now. Not only do you have Robin Hood, trolls, rock monsters, drills, the devil, Knight's Kingdom, bugs, and the knight in shining armor. You don't have guns anymore, Lego. What's next? Huh? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Nose rings! That's all 10 of my fingers.
Well, let's be honest. So we have enough launchers. Like, okay, people have been wanting a set characters that have a sword and a shield for years. Most notably in 2009 when they started having like gladiator combat, and they made Mananui in the movie have a sword and a shield, but then in the set he had a shield and a launcher. I remember people complaining. And then there was Metis, which had a sword and a shield, and that was what sparked it, I remember now. So the fact that every single hero in this wave has a sword and a shield, and there are no launchers in sight, is probably going to be a positive for most people. Me, I never minded the launchers.
Here's the thing, 2 of the heroes have a sword and shield. Rocka and Furno. Breeze has a bunch of twigs made into a bow. And then she doesn't even have a shield. She has a saw that she uses to cut her victims in half. And in bulk, she has a drill to find diamonds in the rocks that the rock monsters eat. You ever seen Power Miners? You know how that ends? He gets eaten.
Well, yeah, you get what I mean. Melee. Well, I can't even say melee weapon because Breeze has a bow, but a weapon and then a shield. So I consider that a positive improvement actually. I'm glad if they were gonna get rid of launchers, they went out with a bang and made all those new launcher pieces last year and gave them in a bunch of colors, and they're very interchangeable. So. Regardless, yeah, this is my third favorite wave. I think it has positive points. I think Breeze and Scarox are the weakest sets out of the wave for various reasons. I found your breakdown very hilarious.
It's true, my son. It's true. They, I don't know what they're doing down in Denmark. What the ingredients to their brownies are, but Meso, it's not looking good for the future Hero Factory.
People said that.
Next year?
People said that last year.
Yeah, well, it's showing. I mean, this year we had a jailbreak, and I'm amazed none of them were wearing any orange jumpsuits. The next year, fairy tale stories. And what's gonna happen the year after next year, huh, Meso? Ballerina breakout?
No, LJ. Next year we're going to be having Anti-Hero Factory.
That you better hope that's true. If Lego Friends starts becoming a part of Hero Factory, I'm done.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just relive the next 10 years acting as if Bionicle's alive again.
Yes. Well, anyway, I want to thank you all for listening. If any of you did listen to this whole thing, I think this was pretty entertaining and pretty, yeah, enlightening with LJ's breakdown.
Sorry if we offend you in any way. Well, Meso is, I'm none. But if you are, then just understand it's not my fault. It's Lego's Brownies.
Yes, that's totally what it is.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Why do you think all the interviewers come back so happy?
So anyway, yes, my name is Mesodak,
My name is Eljay.
and this is Hero Factor 2013 Winter Set coverage. I'll try my best to make updates if finalized pictures come out, or if these are finalized, well, that's just the most interesting thing ever. I'll see you all in December when we have summer pictures leak in that case. So, goodbye.
I'm sorry, folks.